Good evening, hattrick people. Welcome. I hope you've had a great weekend. I hope you've had a great Sunday so far. Hey Hamson, hey Ben. Welcome in. Do we have a picture? We do. Man, this Sunday has been almost all about hattrick for me. Yesterday I was recording the upcoming podcast episode. And for some reason the platform, the software I was recording with had all of the sound being not in sync. Unsynchronized. Perhaps, so I had to synchronize the video files and the sound files again. And then I had to render them. So I couldn't edit yesterday. I had to do that today. So I've been editing a lot today. And I was been streaming the Danish matches on Twitch. Now here we are, ready for hopefully an exciting match against Berlin United. I'm fairly certain, yeah, I'll have to set an alarm if I fall asleep before midnight in order to arrange this friendly, so that I can play it before, the actual league game and boost up vitality. A working weekend. Yeah, I like to tell myself that it's my hobby and it's not work, but if I kept score, I would probably realize I spent a lot of time on it. So I've been editing today. It's turning into a longer episode than the others. It's beyond an hour, and it takes a lot of time to, especially if you have to edit a podcast episode by hand. Usually I get help from AI tools in the platform I use to record, but I can't this time. Not yet, at least. But I'm almost done with that as well, so it's perfectly fine if you like hattrick a lot. Anyway, I'll be playing my own team in Denmark as well, just to make sure that it's creative and everything. On top of that, this week's episode for the Let's Play series is also a little longer than usual, because I will be comparing the cycles and looking at numbers and stuff there as well. But I could certainly show you guys how my team in Denmark played today, because it's actually a nice match against Brøndby-inspired team Faxe's Drenge. John Faxe was the first goal scorer in the final in '92 when Denmark won the European Championship. Hey Ben, a sellout crowd today as well, always nice. And unfortunately a little injury for one of my core players in Denmark. 2 weeks for him. Hopefully it's quickly healed up here. But that does leave us in second place, and it's, if anything, it gives a little extra prize money if we can keep the second place spot there. I finally got a decent youth player. Are you in the Discord, Ben? Tried Discord, but the link didn't work. Let me just see if I can find a new invite. Shoot. Right, I'll just post it here. I can see the link is new now that I posted. Well, Hamson, I'll show you why. Simply because You know, I messed up the lineup last week, so there's really not much to trade from because we only had 5 of the 5 players training, and 5 of them, like, if I'll just... This is the wrong... If I show you the... What? Oh, that's the new area. I could only field Cosina and Arguelles of the skill trading prospects, right? The rest are playing here. They got a form update. That's all. So there's not much to trade from at the moment. We did sell... Oh, that's actually fun to take a look at. We did sell Libio Nicora in the second... At the second go, and he was picked up by another trader, if I'm calling myself a trader now, and he tried to sell him for like 2.3 million, way over the top. So the profit per week on this guy is probably not as high as we would want to, but we didn't spend a training spot, and he sold the second time. So I'm sorry. No, not the best start in the whole trading adventure, but this week they will get training, and I really hope they start to pop in the training department quite soon, because otherwise it's a little embarrassing already, but it's getting worse. I think I'm in the Discord. Perhaps you could see a new member. All right. If you want to show the fresh blood in Discord, you could post in the screenshots and I'll pull him up on the stream as well. Let's just take a look at the matches today. We have, in the top flight, we have Damiano Tomasi against Borgo Tecas. And that's third against the rock bottom here. Avanti Aquavina against Aletis San Marino. And they have to win today, Aletis, in order to keep pressure on Penarosa Bramante playing home against Myalinos. We have FC Bernaciac, San Marino against San Marino Fallen. And that's number 4 against number 6, San Marino Fallen, the long shots team in that division. So we have all bot matches, besides the match between Inter Calvajal and Burnley United. He's unpredictable. That's a nice spec. Screenshots. It would be nice to see him. What's the plan for today? Let me just check. Well, he's not online, so he probably would have to set a special stand-up lineup in order to change anything. Oh, I want to show you. Can I see it? Where did you post? Oh, Youth Bowl. Okay, here we go. Right, I'll pull it up. There we go. We are going to try to hit Berlin by lining up. What do you call it? We will play attack over wings, and we'll bet on that we can break through on one side. So it's a bit of a gamble. But the reason I'm saying this is because it's actually a double job today. It worked against the top team in Denmark, so hopefully it'll also work in San Marino. So gambling one side, loading all of the wing loading all of the wing capabilities and skills into most side. Right. I'm gonna play a counter in today's match. Oh yeah, you play Sunday evenings as well. Saving the image. Okay. Yep. Oh. Whoa. That's a big image. Just. Alright, so a decent youth player, let's see. Wow. I looked closely on Discord because I was focused on and he's unpredictable, and that's because of a match event, I guess. Playing creatively for the win. Excellent. Wow. And he's relatively young. Hell yes. I think no, I was just looking at his World Cup age. Wow. What do you mean, no, not good? I did the same thing today. Johnny coming in with, did you play on, like, bet on one side attack? Overall, he's inadequate. Alright, yeah, but... Yeah, well, you have to round it up, so sometimes an inadequate overall will be amazing, and sometimes he will be bad. Plain bad. All out in one side. I did that in Denmark and won, and I hope that I can repeat that tactic. But he must be... It doesn't say anything about the... Like, it could be 5.9 overall. But I mean, those potential and that spec alone will be... Either you have a very talented player, or you have... Money. Money. Talking about money, I reached the money cap today in Denmark, and then I'm guessing he'll be around 2100. That's pretty good. Depending on the sub skills, but obviously there's a long way to go to excellent. So it'll be interesting to see. Please do keep posting updates about him in the Discord, because yeah, sometimes I feel that a little. Right now I'm just happy because, like, Rico in my Danish team, he's so talented that it would be very hard to find someone with more talent, so I'm already locked in on the fact that I probably have to sell a lot of the youngsters, if not all, but it's also going to boost. Hope you manage to train him to full potential. I think there's a pretty good chance of that. Johnny, have you been with us in the chat before? Was it your first time in here? Most people by now seem to be returning users, but welcome. Either way, I'm a little excited about seeing the side attacks in a few minutes here. Actually, in a few seconds. First time on YouTube, I guess. Oh well, welcome. Always nice to see new faces in the chat. If I get 2 more decent players, I might abandon my cycle and restart an inner midfield cycle. That's always the danger, right? If you find someone so brilliant, with such brilliant talent, that you have to start over. It would be hard for me to find such talent in Denmark, because there you have proper specs. But honestly, I know Sanotti's nice. A very nice player, but like, you're quite lucky. You could find... It's because these two guys doesn't have a spec, right? Alright. Berlin is pressing. And they're doing so with outstanding skill. Let's take a look at... I have 2 upcoming youth players that I'm excited for. Nice. Okay. So we win the midfield. And 46% chance of a conversion in the left side. Can also reveal from the phone notification that we have 44,000 spectators today. That's very nice. If you want to show them, you're always welcome to join the Discord, which is kind of like a modern IRC chat. If you heard about it, there's possibility to chat with the other guys in the community and post news about your players and stuff. Yeah, well, how do we like our chances? A slight favor towards Berlin in the match viewer, and that's because they have 3 of the sectors open. Hopefully we'll hit them in the left side. China's launcher. Yeah, it's just a question of how big of a win they'll hit today. Same goes for the unknowns. Let's take a look at a few matches with a bit more on the stake. At stake, I should say. Borgo trying to press away. It's a chance for the away team first here. Right hand side. Avanti Aquaviva. In a counter. Good chances for the home team. Could we just skip over that one? Benacek. Yeah, this cannot be good for the Fallen. The long range and such a low midfield rating. And Penarosa, big favorites here, up against Divine. Counterattack. For Intercalvahel, I like the fact that he's pressing with the attack sectors. I have to hit a few times in the left-hand side. Excellent stamina. Solid stamina. We have to do early. We have to hit them early, at least. But I like my chances in this one. I was up against a counter today. But a little lucky, I'll admit that. How are we looking spec-wise? We could get a header as well with Zanotti. First will be 7 solid scoring, passable playmaking, and inadequate wing, unpredictable. Second will be excellent goal scoring, 7 solid wing, and technical. Oh. He could be a sort of a specialty player, obviously, but like a forward toward the wing role, perhaps, for a national team. The technical, unfortunately, is weak on club level. Oh, Berlin United, why would you do such a thing? Zanotti with a bandage on now. Bastards. How dare you? What does it do for the... They have a bit of an advantage from that little injury. No more poor player injuries. This will not do. What country do you play in, Johnny? This is a pure bot match. Might be. I would just like to beat Berlin United, honestly. So hopefully, crossing my fingers here. Diego Madrid, that's from Penarosa. Also a bandage, a little injury here. Denmark, all right. Fellow Dane in the chat. Always nice to see. Have you been watching on Twitch as well? First time here on YouTube, I guess. San Marino fallen with the dong sound. The first time today, Kenan Mungan. Long shot. This week was perfect for me. 4 wins and 4 extra training matches in midweek. That's all you can ask for. That's actually quite a lot to ask for, but nice to hear that it went so smooth this week. So, it's a counter for Avanti Acquaviva Calcio. Michael Suqueta. Any flag chasers in the chat or donors? I can only provide the San Marino flag. I don't. At some point, I guess. I'm not chasing flags myself. Let's see. Suqueta misses the opportunity this time. But let me know if you need the San Marino flag at some point. Or the Danish, for that matter. Even though that cannot be all that rare. 10 minutes in, no chance so far. Monterio is up for sale. It's at the end of the list. Well, for sure, I'll be able to provide it at some point. Right now, I'm not really. As you know, I probably just. I'll travel to Denmark most weeks. because I actually, at this point, I'm able to attract 4,000 spectators, more or less, each week in the International Cup Rules Friendly. That's pretty good, I think. I have like 1,824 fans in Denmark, I think, and some 2,100 in San Marino, so... Planning to get the rare ones first. It makes sense to chase the rare flag early on. "11 minutes, still no chances though." Hey, Steven. The editing, as I'm almost done with the... I had to do some more raw editing than usual because of I ran into some syncing issues with the video and the sound. So I had to sync it manually, and then I had to render it manually, and that took 2 hours. Because I had to add some of the effects that normally is just added automatically in the cloud. So yesterday, and I actually had to render it twice, so I had to spend 4 hours yesterday evening just rendering the file. No, it's nothing to do about the talk itself. It was all about, it was a technical issue, but I had to sync up some audio, and then I had to sync up you and me in the shot, and then I had to add some special effect, well, not some effects onto the video itself. And if you like avocado, say hi to Guillermo. He's the food man in the chat. So it was nothing about like the actual interview. It was a technical. But yeah, go ahead. If it's. Will you talk to Johan about it? Oh my. Yeah, well, no spoilers yet. No spoilers yet. We have a few goals to report here, actually. Avanti, Aquaviva, Calcio. Equalizing the lead from just a minute ago. Attila Bokros scored from the left-hand side for Atleti San Marino Jungs. So yeah, I've almost done with the raw edit, and then I have to work on captions. Perhaps tonight, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I have to get it, ship it and clip it. Also because I have a busy time coming up the next few weeks. Five music. Hey man, can you save it for watch later? Oh, the stream? Yeah, it automatically converts into a video on demand, and all of the future streams will do so. So if you feel like watching it at a later time, feel free to do so. It's set already. Giving captions to my Australian slang words will be hilarious. I don't think you didn't go too far out of your way in order to confuse me. I think I understood most of the things you said anyway. Yeah. Luckily, most of the stuff will be done automatically once I reload the video into the platform. San Marino Fallen. Unpredictable event. Adebayo Echikpan. Got the assist. Yeah. That's grand, we'll do it tomorrow. Keep going. Quality content. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for watching. And thank you for your kind words. Nice to see new names in the chat today as well. But yeah, I'll see about making the final process of. Otherwise, I'm fairly certain I'll be able to finish it tomorrow evening. Oh, they pressed away at an attack here, Berlin. Right, so for anyone newly arrived in the chat, we're gambling on one side, a one-trick pony today with the attack on the wings, and we have to hit Berlin United on the left side. But luckily for us, for me at least, depending how connected you feel with the whole Intercalabro outfit here, they're playing press instead of counter, because had Berlin United played in a counter attack today, I think they would have been sound favorites here. Okay, here comes the first chance. Oh, he's on the right wing. Too bad. If, like, that's not going to be a goal. Yeah, well, there's no chance. Flies wide here. Disappointing, but at least I don't have to sit here fearful of a potential counter. Well, it could happen, obviously, but not like earlier today. Every counter attack was deadly, and they would be today as well. I still think we have a decent chance here. Giannis Launcher obviously playing it cool. Low midfield rating here, but oh, Hampson, if I didn't answer you about the flags, you certainly can post that. Also nice to see the statistics up. Yes, hopefully we'll see an increase in users with the summer campaign coming up, most likely. See here, Penarosa, most active team. I really wouldn't mind getting a 2-goal lead so that we can have some drawback, but perhaps that's a little much to ask for. Matzo equalizing here. Those are the battle of the bots here. Giannis Launcher getting an injury? No, he's out with an injury. I was just like, oh. But I think we did play Giannis Launcher already, right? Yeah. future matches here. We're ending the season against the unknowns. That'll be a nice end to the season against Steenhøj. You guys, all of you guys that played already, how did your games go this week? This weekend? Maybe we should swap to the live view actually. Get a closer view of the action. Mikhail Pachelski. Any plans for the stadium? Today is almost full. I'm not entirely sure still. Simply because we didn't really fill the stadium until the... Like we have one home game left this season. Charles Launcher up by 1 now. The goal scorer, Mikhail Kalchelski. Probably next season we'll be able to sell out if we, like, in the 3 last games or so. Provided we do well in the league. I'm cooling it a bit, at least. Just a little bit. You could also couple it financially. Perhaps if when I get close to 150, because at least for Interkalvehave, the Berlin has a penalty. No. He gets a yellow for diving. You bastard. Like if I was any closer to the 150 million mark, I would probably do it right away in order to spend the money rather than have it trickle over to the reserves. But I think we'll live with the fact that we miss a little income and then we match the needs better next season. Excuse me. We match the needs better the next season, fill it up earlier during the season, and then we expand a little later in the process. But again, had we been closer to the 150 million mark in Danish, where money starts trickling over, we would. I hit that mark today in Denmark. And it's not annoying, but because it means that we're doing okay financially and we continuously making money, but feels a little shitty to see it trickle over to the board. And then we filled the stadium and now we have 3 million going to the reserves already next Sunday on the next update. Probably to win next round we will probably sell out the stadium once more, and then we'll have another good amount trickle over. The game is tied and neither team is generating any dangerous chances right now. Oh, we get a right side attack again. I do think it's the HT Flag Tools side. No, it might be this one, Johnny. My guess would it's just a matter of how many users are in each of the leagues. We are not on the proper screen here. Hattrick with a free kick at the edge of the box. Red card for Fiorentino. Hopefully it won't be too easy. The only magnificent garlic. There's no vampires here. Outstanding. Pressing. Not that I know of, anyway. Adita, nice to see you. Hi again. Welcome back. For a third week in a row. That's nice to see. Very nice to see. Hope you've had a great weekend. And hope, Patrick, hope the Mad Engine has been kind to you. I got a bit of both worlds in my primary team in Denmark. A nice victory and an unfortunate injury to a core player today, but if I have to be positive about it, you won. Nice. Very nice. It's not them, it's the least talented of the three core players getting injured, so that's the one. Technical difficulties for me. I'm lucky it was a good guess. Very slow start to the game, but obviously that's also because of their pressing tactic. Oh, wait a minute. Shouldn't his players wear down the stamina faster with the pressing? Yep. This might be good in the second half. We'll play the down button once more. Giannis Lancia up by 2. Julio Diaz. Unknowns with a free kick. A wasted shot here. Too bad. 2 chances so far. My weekend was pretty quiet. I spent a lot of time doing hattrick related and content related stuff. Spent a good bunch of the day editing the next podcast episode. Oh yeah, I think you just have to do the CHP, right? It'll also generate your own collection if you log in. The unknowns going up, and it was Talib Samir Al-Kasmi, and that was after set pieces. A set piece play, I should call that probably. So I think you just authorize it with the CHP login, and then you see your own collection and you'll get access to all the good stuff. Second long shot for San Marino fallen. I don't think they'll get much more than that. you were asking about my weekend. So, pretty quiet. Did an interview for the next episode of the Hattrick Live podcast. And then I had my own technical difficulties because I had to do some things manually, which I normally can do by using AI cloud services on the podcasting recording platform that I use. I use Riverside. It's very nice when it works and a little frustrating when it doesn't. But I've been doing a lot of manual editing for this one, and that takes a lot longer. And then I've streamed on Twitch today. My Danish stream is on Twitch. And yeah, now we're here streaming hattrick content on YouTube, which is also a very pleasant experience. And click on the country list. Oh yeah, you can actually just see the number of users on the country list, of course. You don't even have to log in there. That's true. We are into the final third of the first half, and well, I want to know why you're using 5-4-1 at league and you're using pressing. It's my opponent that uses pressing in this match. The reason why I use 5-4-1 is because I'm training defense. I'm training Zanotti, Camallini and Francioni in defense. And in order to make as much money as possible, it's all about training those guys. So that's really why I'm using this formation. And in most cases, like Birelli here is just the start, one of the players arriving with the team initially. The rest of the players are basically trained players. But don't worry about it's an honest, it's still a good question, because here in San Marino I started out training playmaking for the first season, and then I swapped to defense, and knowing, because I've been training for just over 2 seasons in Denmark defense, I wish I'd trained that defense already in San Marino, because you do want it to be over with. A bit of a stranded not Adrian Petrescu. Great to see Manchester who livestream hattrick. Greetings from Romania. Thank you. Welcome in the chat. Good to see you. Honestly, I don't get why we don't have more people live streaming hattrick. It seems like a cozy way to do it. Like a good way to have a little cozy stream. I mean, I've streamed other games and it's by far the most entertaining for me to stream myself, but I absolutely love hattrick, so spent way too much time on it, but I'm having a good time, so why not? Oh yeah, we are seeing a little fall in the stamina based performance here. And here we have the defending champions, Penarosa Bramante, going up by 1 goal. Pedro Guarneri right now 7 points clear, 3 games to go. edging ever so close to another championship, Penarosa. Hattrick is a camera shy, most of them. You think so? You don't have to use a camera in order to stream. I'd like to start streaming for the Australian community. I've been thinking about it. Let me know if you need any advice on how to get started. Damiano Tomasi scoring, and it's Egidio Bocchini scoring. That goal, it's from a corner, and it's actually a rebound. But that doesn't matter. Looking at the score sheet after the match, it doesn't tell you any information like that. It'll just say Tomasi went up 1-0. I have doubts about financing hattrick. Like, I changed my currency to euro. It's still confusing how you guys calculate. That's because... Oh, nice. I think that's the first live subscription we've had while streaming. Adrian Petresco. Thank you so much for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Would be weird if we couldn't see you, just the hattrick pages. Oh, Marasi picking up a booking here. Injury. Yeah, certainly, but... Oh, he's out in the next match with a penalty. Not a penalty, a ban. But I mean, back in the day we used to host Hattrick Radio. I was a host at the Danish Hattrick Radio back in 2004, I think. 3-4. I was thinking of streaming as well, with more other games, but maybe once a week a Hattrick update. Yeah, that's also a way to do it, and I can say for a fact that I talked to Mau Gusidink in that Hattrick Live podcast episode, because he plays. Let me just skip this. This is a little stressing. He plays a lot of Age of Empires 2, and he streams a lot of that. And like having a crossover community, there's actually a few people in that community that noticed him streaming Hattrick as well. That said, like, because it was a small thing in that community already. You had other players. You had other players coming over to Hattrick as well. So you could stream other games and perhaps see your local Hattrick community thrive from that as well. Oh, sorry, Adja. No, yeah, sorry. I was talking about the currency. Like, I'm from Denmark, and we use the same currency, which was the original currency in Sweden. We use kroner, and that's 10 times the amount of euro. So you have to multiply your euros with 10. So basically, my currency is worth 1/10 of the euro, right? Sorry about forgetting the question. So this would be 13.7 million euros. You have to divide my figure by 10. Manual. Oh, they were up already? Would love to have more people play Hattrick. I would love at least to see more people sign up and staying for longer. Penarosa Vermante up by 2. Second goal scorer of the night, that's Nesta Guzman. think you do a great job at making a slow game very entertaining, and you give a lot of useful information. Thank you, and I will keep in mind I need good advice to get started. Yeah, I think, like, when I returned here, I instantly started training playmaking, because I thought what I used to do, what used to work, would be the thing, and would be the way to go. And I realized that a lot of the old stuff, I looked at the Wikipedia, I realized you still have sponsor mood described as a thing on the wiki. Not a thing in the game anymore. I thought maybe there's potential to my figure, the figure you see on my screen, in order to see it in your way, you have to divide what you see on my screen by 10. This would be 13 million. And what you see, I would have to multiply by 10 in order to read out your euros as my currency. Perhaps you can see it like... $10 kroner is equal to $1 US. Giannis Launcher up by 3 goals to nothing now. Jorkinder Saar, the third goal, obviously, in the 42nd minute. Zanotti coming down the middle. He's forgetting the plans now. He's lost the plot. We all fall into our old hat-trick habit when we return after a long time away from the game. I started in playmaking too, but eventually worked out it's better to move into winger training to make money. Let's winger train us, the players are worth more. Yeah. Certainly helps to check the supply and demand. The training plan is more friendly too. You can at least train effectively for longer than you could back in the day. At some point, for club teams, it wouldn't make sense to train further than Titanic because you had skill drops. You had a different kind of skill drop back then, which was just being above Titanic level skill drop. And now there's no such thing. There's only the age-related skill drop every Monday. Giannis Launcher up by 4 now. I would start training playmaking if I started a new team so I can become a bit more competitive after that. I just switched to wing for money. Honestly, I would just focus on making money initially instead. You've probably heard my take on it before. I would just... However, like... Just make money. It's hard. It's hard to convince new players. I talk to a lot of new groupies. Okay, it's the break here. Let's just take a look at it instead. I'll try to look up my currency. I totally get the fact that the game is more fun if you can compete sooner. Let's find India in the list. India. Oh, I get why this would be annoying. Now I get it. 40 rupees is equal to $1. Oh, that's like I've often talked about how hattrick may be an iterative experience for some, and I get that what you're saying about like to have some competitiveness early. Maybe just train my team. I got gifted. I get bored if I lose 16 games a season. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. The reason why, for me, it makes sense to go hard on the money-making aspect first is because I used to feel the same, and then I started training my team, and then I eventually got up to Division 3, almost made it to Division 2. Unlucky turn of events I don't promote. I wouldn't ever had a shot of even surviving in the second division with my team. But the thing is, then I got frustrated that I didn't have a chance to build upon that, because at that time my team was done. I had to go down the divisions again, and that's because I wanted to be kind of competitive from the beginning rather than have some money stashed and being prepared and having a full-fledged plan all the way from the cradle to the grave. I really understand. I do understand why you get confused by that currency, Aditha. So if I have I think I have to. You would have to multiply this by 4 in order to get it in your currency. So I would have 548 million rupees. I totally understand why you get confused. All right, Johnny, time to close down. Good luck in your match, and I'll be back next time. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing you back in the chat next Sunday. I don't know what to do sometimes. Could you straight up just but can't you just swap your currency? Like, say I want to use euros. Oh yeah, of course I'd have to pick. So what if I do this update and I go to my? Now I'm in euros. Aditya, you need to check this out. You can manually swap your currency instead. So under preferences, and on the side you just choose another currency and save it in the bottom. Also, I think if you watch a lot of Papa Mish's content, you see his local currency is 5, like it's double the worth of my currency. That's why I like using my local currency, and it dividable or multiplicative by 10 is it's easier to go back and forth between. But I usually, sometimes I say krona in my my videos, right? Sometimes I say euros. I try to convert it to euros every time. What? But I mean, okay, I guess it makes sense to like Armenia. Look at this currency, 500 dram. In Congo, 2,000 exchange rate. Oh, and then there's Kuwait, 0.4 dinar. Anyway, you do have the option to change. I prefer my my krona. And you could even just set it to something. I think you can just manually. Okay, it must be. Okay, the rate has to be at least. Yeah, now I have a lot of money. You could even just change the rate if you want to see rupees in your. Okay, I better just change this immediately because. Yeah, so that's the hattrick currencies. 6 minutes remain until the start of the second half. I have to say two more things about the whole competitiveness. I guess what I'm trying to say in the end for me is the fact that I don't want to get stuck on the just on the brink of level 2 and see that my team is completely depleted and I have no more resources left. It's probably easier for me to take that stance right now because it is the fourth time or me starting hattrick. And this time I'm bloody going all the way to the top of the Danish league pyramid and I'm going to win. And I'm also going to win in San Marino. Even though I did start early and I didn't earn just as much money as they usually recommend to start a cycle, right? Because they usually recommend starting out with 500 million Danish or 50 million euros. Again, currency. But I did at least have my Oh, so what currency would you prefer using? I mean, I get it. You get a little confused by looking at the figures on my screen. It makes total sense because they must seem so small. Coming back to those 50 million euros to start, I didn't have to go to the market in order to find my players, at least, so I saved a little on. I probably saved 40 million. 30 million on the initial core players. Because they're homegrown and they're quite nice. So I like to think that I'm getting there, money making wise. No euros, you would have to multiply by 40. I think. Now you're making me mix it up. I have to multiply by 10. And my exchange rate is 10 to 1. Your exchange rate is 40 to 1. So you have to multiply euros for 40 to get rupees. And my figures, here you would have to multiply . Does that make better sense? If it's krona, you have to multiply by 4. If it's euro, you have to multiply by 40. 2 minutes until the second half. Let's just take a look-see here. Just a little chance on the left side. That's all we ask for. We demand it, actually. Hello, Nova. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good Sunday. The second half is just 15 seconds away now. Fortunately, we haven't seen any great chances yet. Tonight we are gambling on a lift attack, and unfortunately all the attacks have come in the right or central sectors. See, this is hattrick as far as confusing. Well, I get it. It's confusing when I won a very important match today, so I'm happy. Nice. So did I in Denmark. But I really like a double wombo combo. Yeah. I just found one of the best trainings I've ever seen. HGMS potential 2174. Could you link the player ID? Buy the trainee and start a new cycle. Is this the point where I show you Rico? Bear in mind, it's been a few weeks since he popped. He was 2188 when he popped 2 weeks ago. Oh, if you are on the player page, you can just fetch it here. I'll be able to look him up with that number alone. Okay, back on the live page here. Did you get him, or are you not planning on buying? Slancha keeping up the gold glut. Enrico Gasperoni. Nothing reported so far in the second half. What's now we are at it again. I think I'll just open this in the background and see the Australian dollar. Bronco Lacey. I'm training defense for 3.5 seasons. Totally combined. And that's only for the PDIM, because he's the first player to enter the cycle. Now, guys, remember, Steven is referring to Oceania dollars, so it's 7.5 million euros. Just to confuse everyone a little further. San Marino fallen up by 3 goals to nothing here. Another long shot goal, and Alipio Oliveira Faria giving Aletis San Marino Jungs the lead. 2 goals to 1. And another goal. Friedrich Hügenbühler with the goal. 3 goals to 1 now. Let's see, Bronco Lacey. See if we can find him. I bet. When will you get them assigned? A little beforehand? Melbourne Liquors. Massive sub skill everywhere. Okay, let's check his transfer compare. Okay, but he's up Obviously his age is a bit off. The international hat-trick currency would probably be kroner. Because of Sweden. Anyway, we need to follow the live match here. He's a very nice player, no doubt about his potential. But you got me all. 50 million. Oh, wait. I sold an under 21s. He will become the under 21s keeper for Denmark. I feel like I want to show him. Like, if you look at this guy, Paul Erik Steinicke, I've flashed him a few times. He's 19 years and 82 days, almost 60k TSI. They'll be promoted soon, if I recall correctly, Nova. So he's waiting for an assignment. So Paul Erik here is 60k TSI. If you look at the Danish quarterfinal match against Poland, you look at the goalkeeper. Same kind of unpredictable keeper. Look at his TSI, 68,000. He's 21 years old. You cannot... I know that you can't tell his level in defense, but I'm just telling you. And he sold for 7 million euros. He was corrected. It was actually sold for 10 million euros plus. That was Friedrich Gügenbühler. Come on. We've had 3 chances. Hopefully we'll see the pressing tactic starting to wear down the stamina of the Berlin players quite soon. Hopefully. Will be nice to see what kind of players they find for you, Ben, because if I understood it correctly, you'll be assigned the under 21 players, right? Or are you settled on a inner midfield adventure? Berlin pressing away. Yet another chance here. It's alright. Pancakes. It's an exciting time coming up for Oceania under 21s. We're coming into a very strong generation. We have this exact same thing with the grown-ups. We had a project. We have a project running called The Henchman. I think it's well, that's if I translate it directly from Danish, right? But if you think about it, it might seem a little like it's a reference to the Danish title of Reservoir Dogs. But I think so, at least. But that's for 3 seasons straight, you just had a bunch of Danish managers just doing everything in their power in order to secure the best talents. no matter what the cost. Charters lunch are going up by 6 now. Alessandro La Barbera. And they've been trained all the way with excellent coaches. Super optimal stats. Going into the under 21s, and the first few players of those guys, those caliber guys, starting to see their way in the national team, and they're being called up, and they are good enough at the age of 27. So it's quite exciting. But that's the long game. The end game, even, perhaps. It'll be nice to see if it, how it all comes into fruition. Must be nice. Mexico's under 21 has not been very managed lately. Even I had a couple bad experience with potential players. That's a little sad, but it takes a bit of a coordinated effort, and it takes a few, if not a lot, of the very dedicated managers prepared to just sacrifice all competitiveness for their, at least one of their clubs, and some of them dedicated. Yeah, or it takes a lot of saving up. I have an excellent coach in my Danish team right now. It is really sad, but I also like the fact that it is a complex game, at least for a country like Denmark, in order to have any shot at perhaps let's say a medal, right, for a few years. It does take an extremely coordinated effort. Excellent coach has been the best investment I've made in Hattrick. At least if you want under 21s players. I made the investment. Yeah, it means I can seriously train for under 21s and national teams. Yeah, in that regard, I mean, from a it kind of depends. I mean, I was fairly certain that I was going to have an excellent coach all the way for my Danish cycle. I'm kind of backing off a bit on that, simply because converting all those excellent coaches, it does make a difference. And certainly for international players, like it is a requirement in Denmark, basically. People will be upset at a Danish manager if you pick up a prospect, and I think I'll just have to, for my cycle in Denmark here, I'll have to like train all the way to the edge with the current excellent coach, and then I'll have to go for solid coaches the rest of the way because I don't have the money. I'm Paul. I started early, but I was convinced to start early by my free talents. We have half an hour remaining in the match, and we do see a slight decline in the capacity now. I guess it makes up for all those random injuries plus a little extra. All that little extra accumulates quite a lot in the end. The reason I haven't really converted, I was preparing an excellent coach in San Marino as well, but I couldn't have him ready before the coach system change. So I don't get any discount. So I'm taking it a little easy because I have less money in San Marino than in Denmark. Okay, we might have a chance coming up soon-ish. It looks like the simulator is now slowly starting to shift the numbers in our favor now. And I guess it's the pressing tactic that is wearing out the midfield. I sold off 2 good trainees to fund my excellent coach. Yeah, it could be. We'll have to see how it goes with the whole money making. The money making quest. I'm around 40 million in team worth, and then I have to in team worth and with the money in the reserves as well. I think I'm doing all right. We had a real party and decoration under 21s and NT. The manager that was in charge of both selections was kicked out of Hattrick and the account deleted. Oh. What happens in such a situation? Do you have a new election or? Now, that happened here a couple of years back. I mean, we do have heated discussions, very heated discussions in the Danish community. Emergency elections. Wow. That's crazy. Avantis Aquaviva scoring. And it's now 2-3 in that match. And I guess Penarosa Bramanta is looking closely to these developments as well, because he's getting close to the title. I'm looking closely at the stamina reports here. Hoping for just one glorious attack down the left side. And a goal. Come on. Lotka. Wouldn't it be beautiful to see a little goal? I know we were supposed to talk about trading and stuff in the Danish primary team, but as you might have noticed last week, I kind of messed up. Oh yeah, was it a Croatian manager? I would like to know that as well. I think next time we play Berlin United, I'll have to write a message for him and say, hey, you can't play pressing because I'm actually live streaming this. Okay, he was domestic. Down the left, here we are. Juan Salvador Martorell. Yes! Juan Salvador Martorell in his first official match for the club as well. Calbahau up 1-0-0. 66 minutes in. Excellent. Don't you love to see it? A former cheater, he returned to the game just to get those 2 positions, and he got caught again. There you go, just takes 1 goal to beat pressing. I hope so. Oh, that's just not good. Oh no. Here comes a regular chance for Berlin. Let's see. Perhaps it takes 1 more goal. Goal! Oh. The attack was in the weakest sector here, luckily for us. Ooh. Wow, yeah, perfect. Okay, I'm sorry guys. I just spoke to the referee and we'll have to close it down here. Very, very nice. And nice to see the new man, the kid, doing what he can. Now just another little goal in order to get a little drawback, and then we are sailing steadily towards 3 points and a perfect end to this hat-trick weekend. I mean, I've done this interesting developments here in the game between Avantoi Aquaviva and Aletis San Marino, because we've had an equalizer, and that means Bramante 7 goals, 7 points. Yeah, Sanotti was bruised in the 5th minute already, so again. You just made Slanche the champion. Did I? Okay, well, maybe, we don't know. I mean, there's still 20 minutes left, but Slanche, I think they threw a match or so or 2 last season. And the final fixtures, I guess. But didn't they drop some points? So they play in this the final round. Oh yeah, okay. So they still have a shot, right? China Slancha now up by 7. They played the last round. True. But it's quite close on the goal difference. Plus 49, plus 48. There's everything to play for. Slancha and Berlin, yeah. There's absolutely everything to play for in the final round. So that'll be interesting to see on the final day of the season. At least. To see who takes away the win. But I'm... Honestly, I did have a look at the relative strength of all the 3 teams in the top. And if I can just steal away some points, get a win or 2, now we most likely end up winning one of those games. It feels nice because I didn't really have a chance last season at all. I'm not too worried about it because obviously the main thing is to make money and to train effectively at this point. The simulator still has Berlin as slight favorites here. But hopefully they'll keep pressing away chances. Very dramatic score here. We can still get a corner to head event and see Zanotti score. Unfortunately, he hasn't been all that busy up front. Got a bounce already? No worries, Nova. I'll see you some other time. Thank you so much for joining. And hopefully I'll see you another time. Have a good one yourself. Again, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for watching. Ooh, if this is a left-hand attack, we might go up by 2 now. Come on, Zanotti. From the left. Juan Salvador Martorell. Oh, but it's a save. Temessa saves. Imagine if he had scored a second. How cool would that have been? In the okay, this is just too dramatic. I'm sorry. This is a little too tranquil. It would have been a glorious debut for Martorell, but unfortunately, keeper saves it. The bloody keeper saves it. Almost into the final quarter here. Pretty slow. Definitely don't play pressing if you are planning to stream. It's a little... get a little drowsy by the pace of these games. But I'll be happy to take a 1-0 win in this situation. Surely. Let's go with a reload. It seems to be lacking a little. Sergius Drill. Okay, moving on from that. More to come. Okay, we're moving an attack to the left wing here. Perhaps if we... oh, it's on the right wing. No goal this time. It's annoying. Ghana, 8 goals now, meaning they lead the goal difference statistics by 2 as well, meaning they would be even if they lose by 1 in the final round. Unfortunately, we cannot do anything on the right hand side today. One trick pony. Now it's 8 for Jana. Oh, I think I reported that already. Oh, wait a minute. Lauri Silmu. Sent off. It certainly makes things a little easier for us here in the final phase of the match. Good stuff. The red card helps, it certainly does. And the question is, do we get more chances towards the end? Could be. Oh, we gave the ball away here, but it didn't really help in that situation. They botched it. China's launcher, 9 goals to nothing this time. It's a better look in the right match. La Barbera and Vance Bowen was beaten soundly to the ball, I guess. Oh, he's over here. Dennis Juster is the right wing. Quick event. Now they press away. It was Frangioni giving away the ball here. Pressing away yet another chance. Honestly, I'm fairly happy about Berlin United's decision to play pressing today. Once more. I think it's kind of a standard. I'll just look it up in the background here and see. No, they played creatively the other day against the bots. And pressing. Perhaps it's a wake-up call. I don't know. Perhaps it's because he doesn't want to promote. I don't know. I mean, in a few seasons we'll be ready. Once we start training playmaking, it should be better. But continuously playing in Division 4 was still quite nice for money making. Pedro Guaniri? That's Bramante, but it's saved by Davide Stacchini. And we have substitution as well. Ten minutes left of the matches tonight. Certainly a little more quiet than usually. Another attack, another chance. Pressed away by Berlin United here. 9 minutes away from the final whistle. How many chances are pressed away? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. So they press away. And there might not be anything else left to get now. Damiano Tomasi FC going up 2-0 against Borgo Trecase, and it's Giulio Il Console Stacchini that scores that one. The Unknown's only up by 1 here, I should say, but yeah, if you look at the conversion rates, it explains it a bit, I guess. Into Calvahera. 8 minutes. Come on. Just a little goal. Just to feel a little more secure about this whole a great win if we can keep it up for the remainder of the match. But it's looking promising. Certainly is looking good here. US hanging again. I'm doing that a lot lately. Anyway, there's 7 minutes to go. Be lovely with a little left hand side chance, and just to get a little goal to Hey Bagge, what's up? Been to a family party all day, so I missed the Danish stream, and most of this one just came to say hi. Well, nice of you to join up here towards the end of the match. We're actually leading against Berlin United, and yeah, well, he got a little bandage in the 5th minute, and he didn't score. I don't know what's wrong with him. But the new man, Juan Salvador Martorell, scored on his debut, and he actually had a good chance to double his tally a few minutes after, but he missed. We are playing we're taking our chances with attacks on the wing, and well, basically only using one attack sector, and we've been a little lucky. We've had a lot of chances on the wrong side, but luckily for us, Berlin United chose to press. They've been pressing away a lot of our chances, but a lot of their own chances as well. I think because 1, 2, just counting number 4, 3, 4, 5 instances. We've had 6. We've had 2. Okay, this is just a indication of Berlin losing their winning streak, if they lose, and if it lasts all the way home. Hopefully it does. One 0 will be all it takes today. True. So true. And it probably won't change much about the ending standings of the season, but just being able to beat one of those top teams in the division, knowing that we've come so far at least, is a nice feeling. Because we didn't have that chance last season, that's for sure. Just 4 more minutes and we'll be celebrating Zanotti and the rest of the crew. Uno zero basta. Yeah, it'll be perfectly fine. Another... That's not a chance, it's just listed my long team wingback on transfer. Well, we'll take a look at him after the match. Just remind me. Yeah, it's about those ties with the pixel players, right? We talked a little about it. It's hard. Feeling a relation to play in this year. I need the extra money to get my midfield target. It's a tough business being as hat-trick manager at times. You gotta be ruthless. It's not personal, it's just hat-trick. If I remember right, you got like one more season of defense training. When did you do you expect to promote to Division 3? I cannot see the full message because of the... promote. I don't know. I mean, it'll be a good while before we have competitiveness in order to move up the leagues. I mean, in a season Wrexham style, hopefully, I mean, definitely I hope to play at the highest possible division in order to make as much money passively. But we have roughly a season now left of defense, then we train playmaking for one season, then we move back to finish off defense after we get the designated wingers into the team as well. The best thing is to be a hat-trick manager. Never in my life would I have had so much money in the bank. Yeah, that's a way of doing it. Steinhøj goes up by 2, and a penalty. Cohen Hatters is the man who executes nicely from the spot. 2-0, the unknowns. So we train defense for another season, move to playmaking, and we have to swap back to defense in order to get some defense on the wingers as well before we move back to playmaking for a few seasons. And once we are on that part, having the inner midfield course and the wingers in training for playmaking, as they progress, that's where we'll start seeing the team slowly produce ratings worthy of the next tier at least. But I don't think it'll be a good while before we're ready to Division 4 even. Hiesanova and Tamazzo, the game ends 1 goal all there. And 1 extra minute, it ends 1-0. The match winner, Juan Salvador Martorell. Excellent win for Inter Calpeo against Berlin United. Lovely. Love to see it. Right. We also have Damiano Tomasi against Borgo de Casa. It ends 2-0, and we'll just be removing those matches from the viewer as they finish. Great win. Yeah, very great win, and it feels very nice to beat a team that was a lot further ahead of us just a season ago. Penarasa Bramante, defending champions, most likely to the coming champions to be it again, depending on the result in the match between Acquaviva Avanti and Aletti San Marino, and it ends in a draw of 3 goals each. That means Penarasa Bramante is leading the standings by 7 points with 3 games to go. Good win. Thank you, Adita. Yeah, I really liked it. The Unknowns win 2-0 against SS Siravalle, and San Marino Fallen. The longshot teams in the top flight win 3-0 away against FC Bernaciac, who were competing at the top of the table early on in the league, but apparently they have a hard time doing so at the minute. Let's see if we have an updated top flight table here. Yeah, there we have it. 7 points ahead, Penarasa Bramante. And who are they playing? They're playing Borgo de Casa in the final match. Not the final, the next match. So we might see Penarasa crowned champions the coming round. Second place, 24 points, Aletti's San Marino Jungs. And in the third place we have Damiano Tomasi with 18 points. Bernaciac falling from grace here. Lost 3 of the last 5 matches, and you can tell by their position now in the league. 13 points. San Marino fallen, 12 points in the 5th place. Same goes for Maiolinos in 6th. Avanti Acquaviva Calcio has 9 points. And Borgo de Casa has 6 points, bottom of the table. On Yorke, is it 1 match a week? It's 1 league match each week, and then initially in the beginning of the season you also have a cup match every week as well. Yeah, and it's 90 minutes per game. It's a slow game, but people will get accustomed to that because they spend time planning and talking to each other every like during the week. But yeah, most new people think it's too slow, and then you have a chance to, like, if you get into it, you can open secondary teams. If you play you also buy the premium product. 225 headsets against 274. Great win. Let's just was that my match or? Yeah. Yeah. I think I have to give him credit though. I've tried it but not gotten into it properly yet. Do you have an active team now, Yorkie? I think I've seen your name somewhere before, right? Sorry. It feels nice to win against Berlin, no doubt about it. But if they played counter, they would have won against me today. Looking at the league table, we are a little closer to Berlin now. John is Luncha hit. Don't think so. I've made a team, but that's about all I've done so far. Alright. Feel free to ask any question in Hattrick or everywhere, I'll be happy to answer anything if you are interested to learn more about the game, because Hattrick has quite a substantial amount of knowledge you have to ingest, and probably have to, like, there's a lot of things to take in initially, and once you get over that, you might even feel that there's not a lot going on. But yeah, I wonder why he chose pressing as strategy. I'm fairly certain that he'd never seen Inter Calvaheo or my team come in this like setup like this. I think he expected more balanced attack ratings, perhaps 2 sides of wing attack, and then it's like a second job. It doesn't have to be. You could play casually and still do very well, especially if you especially if you're patient. If you're not stressing about making money for your cycle because you started out on the low end with cash, like I did, you could probably chill a bit more about it, certainly. I think it's something I could really enjoy. I just need to sit down and learn. Yeah. Best job I ever had then. I mean, it's easy to make money in Hattrick. So yeah, if I could just you'll be able to find your team ID if you like. It's the one listed here. Hey guys, don't tell Berlin about my team spirit or my confidence. Doxing my team spirit here. Now you find your team ID up here, right next to the flag. My office. Supporter left. Oh no. That's the first time I ever see such a message. I'm still playing in Championship Manager. I haven't played Manager for a while. I haven't had much time to play so, but it was fun playing with the daggers. I might pick it up again, like, but I do have a bit of a busy time coming up. I have to write an assignment and I have an exam for my, not retraining, but extra education for my job, and as well as, so I work as a teacher, and it's my responsibility that the written exams go well, basically, on school. Hi boss, as you know, we had great ticket sales for the match against Berlin United. In fact, several sections were sold out, which means there were supporters who could not get the seats they wanted. You need to stay on top of this. We could have an opportunity to increase revenues by adding more seats to the stadium. Yeah, I know that, and it's perfectly fine. I think we will do with our stadium for now. The reason why, if you're wondering why, it's because we still have a little leeway before money will start trickling into the board reserves. And if they start doing so and we can't really spend them in a meaningful way, we'll expand the stadium right away, because you might as well use the money rather than have them stored away. And we will need to expand the stadium. Map, are you still in the chat? Find the supporters. My supporters. Oh, are you supporting the Danish team? Are you supporting my right, the Wild Hearts? Dario Antonio Borode. $10 million. Oh yeah, I was just looking for the your player, the guy you're transferring. Solid experience. Yeah, he's a pretty solid wingback. I'll agree on that. Wild Hearts. You're building something, right? I guess. I'm quite happy about this guy. $75,000 is pretty good. It depends. I mean, if you are successful in the second division, 75,000 will probably not be enough. But if you are having an average season, it will be more than enough. You see top flight teams that are struggling that will not sell it out. I think it's like 80k in a top flight division. If you're consistently winning your games and doing well, perhaps more. Right now, even because a silly thing about hattrick in some way is you'll only build your stadium once. So it's actually a little more tough the first time building, like if you're building your club and doing a cycle the first time, because that's the only time you'll ever have the expenditure of expanding your stadium. But it's the easiest way to keep money out of the reserve. My team was good, but out of luck. Yeah. And that's why we just have to train even harder and save up more money before you start. But it's also like everything becomes more and more extreme. I'm considering, because I don't have money in order to do a traditional cycle with this team, but I'm considering just training this guy for the national team. I mean, because he's 7 defending, he's triple inadequate. That'd be pretty good. And like, that could be a project, right? I was I have yeah, I mean, if he could be an inner midfielder or something. We'll have to see. Lindstrom here. I think I'll train him a little. It's also homegrown. And I could, like, if everything messes up and I don't earn money in my trading adventure here, I could train this guy a little and just sell him off and then hope for but he's also pretty good. Passable scoring pass, inadequate scoring, passable passing. Not quite as good, I think. I win 2 of those 3 and I go to first division, 1 of 3, and I'm in the qualifier. That's also... That's the way hattrick is in the competitive leagues. There'll be such a small difference in success and failure at that point. Triple passable as well, header. But I think I'll just train these guys and sell them off, and if everything fits, I might see about training Schneider for the national team or something. It feels sad to sell him. I know I'll be selling some interesting youth players. In San Marino, for instance. Meletti. They're all over this guy in the under 21s, the scouts. Like, multiple messages. I hope this guy will do well at Mozzarella. Would be interesting to train these in winger, but I've started the cycle. I'm just going to stick with it. Oh. What's the status in the Danish Superliga? Oh, wow. These guys are from my region. 4 points ahead. Playing against Longshot team in next round. Potentially, they could potentially win the league next round. $8 million match takings. You see here. That's the top flight, right? So I don't think 75,000 is far off your end. Spelling out, but anyway, guys, I think this is where I sign off for the day. I think I'll just finish the raw edit of the next podcast episode before I go to bed. And yeah, hopefully, I cannot say for sure already. I can't say if I'm streaming next Sunday, but I hope to be. And we will. I hope we will get to look at some more trading business. because surely they must be popping soon. They have to. They absolutely have to. Yeah. So, like, I'll post like I always do if there's a Sunday YouTube stream. Yeah, so once more, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully, in the future, it will be more interesting because we will not play as many bots. So as the team starts evolving, it should be much more interesting to follow their games, and because it is a bit dull playing against bots. I get that. So hopefully we'll see nice progression, and hopefully I get to stream next Sunday as well. That would be fun. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys soon, and have a great week. See ya.